Hi guys, so I'm gonna read Fantastic Four number 35. So I just made a Christmas video. It was Lone Ranger number 1. I read that one, Lone Ranger number 1. But I forgot the last time I did Fantastic Four, I forgot to show this one. So this was in the last issue. It was a pinup, and it's like, Fantastic Four go home. This is very embarrassing, and it's like Doctor Doom. Um, writing, it's Doctor Doom writing the letters on it. And so, wow, have we got a treat for you, Calamity on the Campus. Enough said. So this is the first appearance of Dragon Man. The fabulous Fantastic Four run into Calamity on the Campus, introducing the sinister surprise of the year, Dragon Man, plus a great guest villain from out of the perilous past. It's a big day for State U when Reed Richards, most brilliant alumni, arrives to deliver a lecture, bringing his fellow FF members with him. If you've nothing better to do right now, what say we join him? It's every bit as lovely as Reed said it would be. Reed's a great guy and all that, but I hope I can stay awake during his lecture. Well, look how Mr. Fantastic's arm is stretching. You look at him. I want to dig Sue Storm before she turns invisible. I used to knock him dead when I was the glamour pants of the Gridrion here. Boy, what a tackle I could be now. My old alma mater. It's great to be back again. Someone call the dean. Alert the photographs of the photographers. The FF have landed. Welcome to the State Stir. Adequate script by Stan Lee. Satisfactory art by Jack Kirby. Passable inking by Chick Stone. Sufficient lettering, Artie Simic. Okay, Marva Files, this is all the introduction you're going to get. We got a lot of story to tell, so let's get with it. Flip the page and away we go. So you want to help with our luggage, huh? Well, ain't that nice of you. Here, pal, how's this for a starter? Holy smoke, they feel like they're filled with lead weights. They are. I don't aim to get muscle bound up here. Don't crowd, girls. I'll give each of you an autograph. It's all the same to you, handsome. We'd rather crowd around. My, so many charming boys. Don't you have any girls here at State U? After looking at you, Miss Storm, we're not so sure. The chicks are over there mooning over Reed Richards. What with those kooky co-eds? I guess a high school kid is nowhere with them. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is indeed an honor, my boy. We on the faculty know how busy you are. Never too busy to visit an old friend, Dean Mechnin. Benjamin and I have spoken of you often, sir. Good, good. Now let me show you around. A few minutes later, if anyone asks me to make a speech, I'll run for the hills. I'm more the clobbering type. Our students consider it a great triumph to be quartered in the dorm with you and Ben shared years ago. Ben and Reed must have been the BMOC around here. For any of our readers who just landed from Mars, that means big man on campus, Stan. Oh, you're leaving so soon, Professor Xavier. I thought you might stay to hear Mr. Richards' lecture. I'd like to, Dean Mechnin, but I have other matters to attend to. Thank you for allowing me to interview the students I requested. I've heard of Professor Xavier. He runs some sort of private school here in Westchester. If she was only a couple years younger. How surprised Richards would be to know that I can read as ever thought. Perhaps you'd like to visit me at my school someday, Dean Mechnin. Come, Scott. We must not miss our plane. Too bad the trip here was in vain. Those we tested were not true mutants. Professor Xavier is reputed to be one of the most brilliant scientists, and yet I never see any published accounts of his findings. Maybe he ain't enough of publicity, like some rubber skin guys I know. I hear he specializes in training gifted youngsters. Holy cow, Reed, Ben, come a-running. Look what's shaking in there. Oh, it's some kind of model. Professor Gilbert, I'd like a word with you. I told you I cannot permit you to carry on your personal experiments until the semester is ended. Now kindly put a cover over that hideous thing. I'm sorry, Dean Mechnin. It's just that I'm so close to completing my experiment. I was too impatient. What's the nature of your experiment, Professor? I'm a biologist specializing in superpowered humans. I'm constructing a creature more powerful than anything that lives, including the Fantastic Four, for the purpose of research and analysis. The last time I heard a speech like that, Vincent Price was making it. There's a strange aura of menace about that creature, as though it's waiting for life. But now let us switch our scene briefly as we visit a lonely, mysterious forest on far-off Transylvania. Hans, come quick! Something is happening! I heard an explosion at the slag heap yonder. It's impossible, Wolfgang. We're all alone here in these woods. But I shall go and look with you. See, I was right. Something is rising from below. Wolfgang, do you realize what this place is? Do you know what we've stumbled onto? But before another word can be said, that explosion, it was worse than the other. What could it be powerful enough to... Quiet. It will be worth our lives if we are discovered. That was no ordinary explosion. That is the place where Diablo dwelt. Even now he rises from the depths. I'm free again. After all these months, my potions and my herbs have released me from captivity. The Fantastic Four made the fatal mistake of imprisoning me with their miraculous powers, as described in FF number 30, Stan. And now all I need to do is take one powerful pellet from my glove, and the Diablo will strike again. When I next appear, it shall be in America, to the accursed regret, to the eternal regret of the accursed costume quartet. Wolfgang, did you see that? He vanished before our very eyes. Wherever the Fantastic Four may be, he will find them, for he is Diablo. Now back to America and the hallowed halls of Ivy at State U. Hey, Professor Gilbert, did you see anything in my egg-headed pard, Stretcho? No, I haven't seen anyone. Go away, I'm busy. Okay. But it looks to me you could use some help with that overgrown paperweight. Where'd you want it, Prof? Careful, for the love of heaven. That rock is fragment which fell from outer space. It's virtually priceless. I intend to reduce it to its basic atomic structure in an effort to discover the basic life force, which may be hidden within. Knock it off, Curly. I get enough of that kind of talk from old Rubberhead. What is it, contagious or something? See you around, Chuckles. Don't call me, I'll call you. These chicks can't kid me. They're dying to meet me. But they figure they wouldn't have a chance with such a celebrity. Hey, what you going, you blamed? Oh, I might have known. It would be you, half-pint. Hundreds of gals in this place, and I have to bump into you. Cut it out, you big ox. Okay, so I guess that's after. Or I'll give you a hot foot where you sit. Look, small fry, didn't you Reed tell you to behave like a gentleman here, even if it kills you? Why don't you imitate me so that you'll amount to something someday? Imitate you? We gotta get you to a doctor, Big Mouth. You just lost all your marbles. All right. Enough of the compliments, Junior. Let's go find Reed. Look at that shorty. There's another mixed-up looking half-pint. I bet he's waiting for someone to take his pink little handle and lead him out of here. Uh-oh, that's the thing in the swell-headed torch. Maybe they won't notice me if I walk right by. Hey, I know who that is. It's Peter Parker, the guy Dory tried to get friendly with till I put the caboose on him, as related in Spider-Man number 21, Stan. I wonder if he's planning to enroll at State U when he finishes high school. If he does, he's better stay out of my way while he's here. Say, Sonny, did you see anything of a tall drink of water who looks like his idea of a lot of fun would be to get shipwrecked on a deserted island with a slide rule? If you mean Reed Richards, I noticed him in the football field giving a demonstration. By the way, Parker, what are you doing out here? I'm not giving out autographs today. You couldn't pay me to take one of yours, bird brain. I came to see about enrolling for next year. But if you're going to be here, forget it. Hey, I'm the only one who could touch the touchy like that. Relax, Ben. Makes him feel like a big man. Because he knows I wouldn't fight it with a nobody like him. Someday you're going to find out who this nobody really is, son. And you'll know it. A few minutes later. What a guy. He can snag it no matter where I toss it. Man, if I ever could have an end like Mr. Fantastic on our team, we wouldn't need other 10 men. Benjamin, I've been waiting for you. Come on, boy. Catch this. Show him some of the old razzmatazz, big fella. I hear you talking, chum. Just make them big, strong heroes promise they won't get too rough with delicate little me. Well, it's the ever-loving thing. He was the best four-letter man state ever had. Let's see how good he is now. We got him. We brought down the thing. This'll put us on the map. Stop gloating and bear down. He's trying to shake us off. Nah, I wouldn't dream of shaking you cutie pies off. I'll just carry you out into the hot sun into the shade. He's lifting the whole blamed team, like we're feathers. It's not fair. They don't have a chance against Ben. But I'll even the odds by putting an invisible wall in front of him. Boing! Who's the wise guy? Who's the wise guy? Oh dear, I didn't think he'd hit so hard. What's the matter, Rockhead? Can't you even handle one measly football team without tripping over those big gunboats of yours? I have a feeling that I better turn invisible for a while, until Ben gets a hold of his temper. He's sure to suspect that my unseen force field was what threw him. But then, that man speeding by in the hardtop, why did he look so familiar? Why does my woman's intuition make me shudder at the sight of him? If only I could gotten a closer look at him. He's heading for the science lab. I just gotta follow and learn who he is. The one I seek is in the building directly ahead of me. But suddenly another cart darts from a side road and... Why don't you look where you're... Oh, I forgot. I'm invisible. They couldn't see me. I'm lucky I wasn't run over. Here's his car, but due to the interruption I just had, I didn't see where he went when he left it. I lost him. I might as well turn visible again and... Oh dear, what's the matter with me? I'm getting so careless lately. Well, not far away in the laboratory of Professor Gilbert. I have waited a long way to see you, Professor. I don't know you. Who are you? What do you want? My name is Diablo, and like you, I am a scientist, a seeker of knowledge. I have learned of your lifeless creature, and the powers it would possess if it had lived. How could you know? I never publicized it. I have my methods. But now look at this. It is what you need. What is it? It is a potion of my own creation. It has the power to give life to an inanimate object. You must be mad. Nothing can breathe life into this creature which I have modeled. Hold your tongue. You cannot comprehend to whom you are speaking. Now remove that sheet. His tone of voice, the tone of one who is used to instant obedience. This is no simple crackpot visitor. I cannot refuse him. I'll show you my creature, but nothing can give it life. I call it my Dragon Man. It combines the greatest powers I could give an artificial creation. A mighty tail, built-in heat reactors, which emit flame at the touch of a button, wings which... Enough, spare me the details. One look is all I need. He shall serve my purposes admirably. Now you must obey me implicitly, and I shall show you wonders beyond your wildest dreams. And at the very moment, Reed Richards prepares to lecture to a capacity crowd of eager students. And now, honored guests, members of the faculty and students, the moment we have been waiting for has arrived, and so, without further ado, yeesh, as my dear old Aunt Petunia used to say, the only worse Then speeches is more speeches. Nobody miss me till I get lost for a while. I'll duck in here and grab some shut-eye till. Hey, what's going on in there? Sounds like someone using a homemade do-it-yourself atom splitter. And within the lab of Professor Gilbert, it's unbelievable! I can't believe my eyes! Your potions actually seem to be breathing life into my Dragon Man. Bah, that is nothing compared to the wonders which you are about to see. But before the dreaded arch-villain can utter another word, 500 pounds of savage, orange-skinned, fighting fury comes hurtling towards him. Holy cow! It's Diablo! You must be the one Sue saw speeding by in her car. The Thing. So we meet again. But this time our meeting will be a brief one. Seize him, my pet. Now what? Turning slowly, incredulous Thing sees Professor Gilbert's Dragon Man has miraculously come to life. And then I might do voice effects for Dragon Man. Hey, this ain't no blame super robot. Whatever in Sam Hill it is, it's alive. How did you do it, Diablo? I told you, my potions are infallible. I can do anything. Twack! Let go, you blasted freak. Keep your dishpan hands to yourself. Hey, what gives? When I clobber someone, he's supposed to stay clobbered. But this time you're battling one whose power far exceeds yours. See how effortlessly your Dragon Man hurls the Thing through that window, Professor. See the strength of my potions. But this is terrible. I created him for study, for research. Not for this. How can we control him now? What damage will he do? Only what I order him to do. So long as my potion gives him life. My will is his will. For this I had to come to college. Where are my other panting partners when I need them the most? Boy, you can never find a superhero when you need one. Heads up, Tree. This'll only hurt a minute. Now go, Dragon Man. Seek out the Fantastic Four. Let nothing stand in your way. Destroy them. No, Diablo, no, you mustn't. This is madness. Silence, you wimpling fool. You have served your purpose. I am done with you. See how my awesome potion has given him the power to use the wings which you have created for him. In the past, my potions were imperfect, but now I have time to study them, to improve them. Now they are infallible. Finally, Dragon Man reaches the site of Reed Richards' lecture. Hey, look at that. It must be something Richards dreamed up to impress us. Look at his head, his eyes, the way he moves. He's for real. It's the research model Gilbert was working on. But it seems alive. Is it something of your doing? No. There's only one man I know who might have accomplished that. But he's imprisoned 3,000 miles from here. Well, I mean, Doctor Doom could have did that too. Honestly, I mean, Doctor Doom's smart enough to do so. But anyway. Diablo, of course. Reed. He's the one I saw. One thing's for sure. We're not going to be able to talk it out of the sky. I'll try to find out what makes it tick. Flame on! Careful, Johnny. If Diablo's behind it, we must be prepared for anything. Good old Reed. Even if there's nothing to worry about. He's be worried about why he's not worried. I'll toss a flaming fence around him to slow him down. Whoa! Blazing bearcats! He's shooting fire out of his mouth, just like a real dragon. But what good does he, do you think that'll do? And the startled Torch learns his answer within seconds. I gotta absorb the flame, so that it doesn't injure anyone in the grandstand below. But I'm absorbing too fast, too fast. It's affecting my body's chemical balance too suddenly. Gotta get away. I'm too superheated. Didn't have time to prepare for it. Can't risk remaining below. I'll scorch anything within range. Dragon Man made a flaming menace of me. Only one thing to do. I gotta blaze into the upper atmosphere. It's the only way to cool down fast enough. But it'll put me out of the fight till I return. I hope the others will be able to handle him. And the flaming teenager's fears are indeed well-founded, for down below we find... Reed, he's flying over the crowd, as though he's searching for something. I know, honey, and unless I miss my guess, his target is us. Stay back. Perhaps I can divert him with a flat piece of paving stone. Roar! I'll stretch above the crowd to give them a chance to scatter. It's working. He's aiming his flame at the wrong target. And now... Sue, quickly! It's up to you! I wrapped myself around his eyes, obscuring his vision. Throw your invisible force field around his wings. Hurry! I don't dare miss. Reed's body is so stretched out that it could be seriously injured if Dragon Man exerts enough pressure. I'll do it, my darling. I won't fail you. I can't fail you. And do it she does. Perfect, Sue. That may hold him long enough for us to formulate a battle plan. But we need all of our fighting strength. What could have happened to the thing? So far, so good. Without its wing power, you made it come crashing down to Earth. I could have sworn I heard it whimper as it fell, almost like an incomprehending child. Reed, if Diablo is responsible, how did he do it? How could he have breathed life into this lifeless creature? Nothing is totally lifeless, darling. Wood, stones, the very earth itself, all containing living atoms. Atoms which must have responded to one of Diablo's incredible potions. He's undoubtedly motivated by Diablo's own will. Wait, Sue, don't get too close to him. I must take a chance. I want to try something. Hey, wait till I tell you what happened. Oh, I see you found out already. Huh? Everything that lives is responsive to kindness, to sympathy. Remember the wolves who cared for Romulus and Remus? Remember King Kong's gentleness towards a helpless girl? Well, I mean that's kind of fiction. Well, this is fictional, obviously, but I mean within the Fantastic Four world, Marvel world, that would also be fictional. I don't know, but Sue, no, Reed, stay back. Look, he's stroking my hair. Perhaps we can free him from Diablo's influence. Easy, Sue, easy. No sudden move. Who'd have believed it? But a split second later, everything has changed. The plans of Diablo are not so easily altered. It's he! This new potion I have thrown will defeat you yet. In the space of a single heartbeat, before anyone can move, the effects of Diablo's potion causes the three costumed crusaders to fall to the ground, inert, as their body temperature instantly drops below the freezing point. But then fate moves another pawn across the chessboard of life. Sue, Ben, and Reed! What could have happened to them? Are they... Oh no, it can't be! Thus unwittingly, by flying low over his fallen comrades to study their plight, the Human Torch's own blazing body heat counteracts the effects of the Diablo's potion and... They're okay. They're coming too. Boy, what a scare. But what happened to Dragon Man? Where is he? Johnny saved us. Another few seconds and it might have been too late. Seconds later, after briefing their blazing partner, the fabulous FF again prepares for battle. But this time, Diablo and the Dragon Man, they're both gone. Diablo must have thought we were finished. We've got to find them. Nobody is safe while they're free. We can find them. You can't hide a gink like Dragon Man in your vest pocket. Wait, we're overlooking one bet. The one who constructed Dragon Man. Perhaps Professor Gilbert can tell us enough about the creature to enable us to find a way to defeat him. He was built to be stronger than Ben. He can fly and use flame like Johnny. And he has Diablo's brain behind him. He's more powerful than we, Reed. It will be the fight of our lives. That's never stopped us before, darling. Torch, fly ahead and hold it. Those youngsters have seen something. Dragon Man just went past us. He's heading for Dead Man's Lake. Hurry. That does it. Let's move. I see him, up ahead. And at the edge of Dead Man's Lake we find... Diablo, you must undo this terrible thing you've done. You must make Dragon Man as he was. I told you that no one dictates to Diablo. I shall decide his fate in my own time. When I constructed him of pliable inanimate materials, I never dreamed the end result would be this. He wasn't never meant to live. He mustn't live. Yet, with one such creature under my control, one titan capable of crushing any foe, think of the power that will be mine. This madman must be stopped. But how? And then, as an answer to the professor's unspoken query, a flaming firebrand blazes into view. The Human Torch! You still live? We all live, Diablo. No thanks to you, you creep. Uh-oh, he's reaching for another blasted potion. One simple pellet, capable of drawing all the oxygen from the air around it, and the torch can fly no more. A vacuum's forming up here. My flame's going out. Although you were not high enough to be injured by your fall into the underbrush, one additional capsule of mine will ensure that you will never threaten me again. Ah, your brother wears knickers, you meatball. You tell him, Junior. Boom! The FF. You know it, Buster. And here's our calling card. My freeze potion almost finished you before, and this time, applied from such a close distance, it will turn you into ice before you reach me. I gotta stretch out faster, faster. Sure. In the meantime, just hold that pose, mister. I can't flame on yet. Quick, Sue, your force field. I'll never reach him in time to stop his throw. Yet, if I catch him in midair. But before any of the fabulous foursome can make a move, an incredibly powerful tail lashes out and... Whap! Ooh! He dropped it! Dragon Man saved us, but the capsule turned the entire lake into ice. I was too careless. I lost control of him while I attacked the FF. He's coming after me. No, you can't. I'm your master. Without me, you have no mind. You cannot think. Stay back. Roar. It's useless. I can't stop him. Only one chance. If I can draw some new potion in time. But Diablo's time has run out. Before he can release the potent vial, the pursuing Dragon Man leaps onto him, as the impact drives both into the depths beneath the icy surface. Oh, what's with the quality on? Okay, well, I'll try to read this. So there's no sign of them. Hurry, Ben, before it's too late. Yeah, I'm hurrying. But what am I trying to do? Pull them up or make sure they stay down? Be careful. We don't know why they call it Dead Man's Lake. But as he swims below, bashful Benjamin soon learns the dramatic reason for that name. Whoa, I never felt a current like this lake before. It's like a blasted warp pool. There's all kinds of nutty caves down here, created sections which draw the currents in all different directions. There he is. I gotta seize him before he sinks out of sight. Nuts, I was afraid this was happen. I'm beginning to sound like Stretcho. Don't struggle, old friend. I've got you. You're safe now. Glub. Turn me right side up, you lunkhead. You, want I should lose my dignity? Rats. Now, we don't know if they're both bit of dust, or they might have been swept to safety in one of them subterranean, optimum underground caves. Even if Diablo might manage to escape, which is a frightening thought, we must hope that the Dragon Man, no longer under his control, is lost forever. Yet I pity the poor creature. Rest easy, Richards. I shall remain here. Yes, as long as I live, I will keep my, the visage. It was I who created him, and should he ever again appear, I shall destroy him. But you mustn't blame yourself, Professor. It was Diablo that turned a research specimen into a menace. A short time later, man, when you come to give a lecture, you don't kid around. We haven't had so much fun, excitement here since we invited James Mansfield to lecture on philosophy. It's always like, it's like I always say, the FF is just a real fun group. Well, Johnny, have you thought about applying to state after you finish high school? Sir, all I'm thinking about now is getting some shut-eye. How come I'm always the bellboy? Hey, we can't shove off without Sue and Egghead. Where's Sam Hill they skipped off to now? Last I saw of them, they were walking down Memory Lane towards the Sweetheart Tree. Memory Lane? Sweetheart Tree? Sonny, I think you've flipped your cork. The torch is right, Mr. Grimm. We have a quiet lover's lane here, like all colleges do. I guess your two missing partners just discovered it. Yeesh, what a revolting development. And not far away we find... Sue, dear, I wanted to tell you about an old campus tradition. I still remember it from my days at State. I love to learn of it, Reed. See that tree, cut into the shape of a heart? Oh yes, darling, it's lovely. Well, according to tradition, any couple that holds hands and kisses while standing before it will marry within a year. I've been waiting for you to take my hand. Sue, my dearest, you mean? You feel about me the way I feel about you? I've always felt that way, Reed. Perhaps I never fully realized it till now, but it's always been you. And that's pretty cheesy, but as we take leave of the two lovers, we realize that a simple tree can exercise a power greater than any of Diablo's potions, a power men call love. And that's the end of that. I think, yeah, that's the end of that story. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.